Good morning, all of you. So today we'll continue the session on the Ruby with some more concepts what we thought of discussing in the today's class. And before starting the session, I would like to say that most of you submitted your assignments. That's good thing, and most of you worked on what the concept I told you in the yesterday class. You worked on that also. That's nice of you. And one more thing is what I asked to do is finding the square root and cube root for the given number. That's fine. You did that program, but most of you what you did in the sense you read the two values variable a and variable b and finding the square root for variable a and finding the cube root for variable b, like that you take two values and finding the one value of square root of one value and cube root of another value, like that you did most of the students. But what I said is read one value, for the same value you find the cube root and square root. Okay, that's fine. What you worked is fine, but what I expected is read the one value and find the square root and cube root for the same value. Don't read the two values like variable a and variable b. Don't take two variables and finding square root for variable a and finding the cube root for variable b. And you work like that, fine, no problem, no issues. But try to make it like finding the square root for variable a and finding the cube root for same variable a. For the same single variable, find the cube root and square root. Okay, like that you can make the changes, and most of you submitted the assignments and good. And I felt that most of you have started working on Ruby by installing that. Still, those who have not installed Ruby, install today itself, work on the basic programs so that you learn a lot on the Ruby. You learn a new language, because once you start learning the new language, the interest will start building on the particular subject or particular programming language. That helps you to learn more and more programming language. Okay, once if you start feeling that the programming language is easy, then only that interest will build. The programming language will feel easy when you start working on the programming language. That is the beauty of the programming language. Fine, most of you started working. That's the good part. With that note, I will start the today's session. Before starting the session, if you have any doubt regarding the previous sessions, you can ask me. I will wait for your doubts. If you have any doubt in the previous section, what we discussed on the concepts, that you can discuss with me. If you have any doubts, you can ask and you can discuss, so that even other can get the benefit of those doubts if they have the same doubt. Okay, fine. I will start the session. If you have any doubt at any moment, stop me. No issues. Okay. Yes. Yeah. We'll start the session on the classes, how the classes are going to be created in Ruby. Okay. Before that, we discussed this in the last class, what are actual parameters and what are formal parameters. And the recorded video of those sessions is uploaded in the YouTube, and you can refer those if you still have doubts in any concept, and you can complete your assignments. Okay, fine. Next is classes. So when we said that this Ruby is a pure object-oriented language, when we say a language is a programming language is an object-oriented, definitely we will expect that how the classes are going to be created, and the classes will be there. If the programming language is the object-oriented, definitely there will be a classes. So how these classes are going to be created in the Ruby, and how the objects are going to be created in the Ruby, that we are going to learn in the today's class. Classes in Ruby are like those of other object-oriented languages, at least in purpose. Even the purpose and the creation of the classes are like same in the other programming languages. How we learn in the Java or even in the PHP, how we are going to create the objects or creating the classes. Same like here also we have the classes to do the same purpose. Okay. A class defines the template for a category of objects which any number can be created. It's like class can be easily defined as it is just a template of an objects where the similar types of objects can be created. N number of objects can be created of the same category. Okay, that we call it as a class. Okay, like apple fruit, in the fruits, apple is a one category. If apple is a class, n number of apples of the same class can be created. That individual apple will become an object. Okay, so apple having its own properties, like it's a color, it's a shape, right? Based on that category, we can call it as an that category or that functions and that properties, we call it as a class. The class will have the same property, and those properties will inherited in the objects. Uh, that objects we call it as the apple one, apple two, apple three, like that. Same, the class and the object. An object has a state which is maintained in its collection of instance variables and a behavior which is defined by its method. What are the behaviors? So what we mention in the classes, all those behaviors and all those instances, for those instances we create the objects for that particular classes, what we define for what we defined in the class methods. Okay. And an object can also have a constants and constructors. This we many times we learn the same concept in all other languages. An object can also have constant, and the object can be a constant, and an object will also have the constructor. And as you know, the constructor is used to the initialize the objects. Once if I create an object, the object should be initialized. For initializing, we use the constructor. Okay. With that basic knowledge, what we have in the programming, the same programming knowledge of the objects and the classes is enough to learn in the Ruby also. Okay, in the access control, how to control the access in the Ruby is access control in Ruby is different from access to data than for its access to methods. Okay, here it is different for access to data and access to methods. How we are going to access the data is different from how we are going to access the methods. All instance data has private access by default. All the instance of data are by default, they are private, and that cannot access it. That access cannot be changed. The default can be changed later on in the program, but basically those are all the private. We are not able to change that. If external access to an instance variable is required, access methods must be defined. If I want to access those instance variables are nothing but my objects. If I want to access those objects, I want to write in methods to define what the class is and why I'm going to use that particular object. Let's coming back to the syntax, how the syntax we are going to follow to create the classes. We can see here class. This is a class name. So instead of class name, def is used to create the method inside the class. So here the class, my class. So definition, the definition is the function or the method what we use, the method one, and end here. And we use a private, like again we are going to call the method. We define the method 7, and that method is ends here. This we call it as a private method, and we have a protected method also, as we have the default private, public, and the protected. By default it will be public, and this one is going to be the private, and this one will be the protected one. And this last end, again this end is used for closing of my class. See, the class is opened here, the class opened here in the beginning, and that class is ends by this end keyword. Okay, and each method is ended there itself, the method beginning and the method end. And this is a private method and its ending part, and it is a protected method and its ending part. This is how we control the access. Okay, like that you can define your own classes and your own methods. And coming back, I will show you how to create the objects. Okay, in this syntax, I think definition of object is this here. Okay. Okay, I will come back to the example later, because I have a simple class programs for all these part. Now let's see the code blocks. So what is this code blocks is? A block is a sequence of code. Code blocks in the code blocks. A block is a sequence of code delimited by either the braces or the do and end reserve words. Here we use the two reserve words, do and end reserve words or keywords we use in the code blocks. And a block can be used with specially written methods to create a many useful constructors, including simple iterators for arrays and hashes. Okay. If anything want to make a repeated one or a particular thing should happen inside the code blocks, for that reasons in the constructors or even in the arrays or hashes we use this particular uh, code blocks. For example, the time iterator methods provides a way to build a simple counting loop. Here, the time iterator is a method which provides to build a simple counting loop, which will count every time when it comes to the new iterations. Okay, times is sent a number object which repeats the attached block that number of times. So the same count is going to be incremented until the condition is going to be checked out. It will be easily understand when I show you an example. Look at here, 4 dot times puts a 4 dot times in the sense here this 4 dot times, this is going to be the code block. Here the code block is, it is going to print the same method, same print statement, hey print statement 4 times. See, that is what 4 dot times. This we call it as code blocks. This code blocks we can use anywhere in the program to repeated execution of the particular statements or particular thing. In this example, the times method, this is a times method, repeatedly execute the code block in a different approach to sub-control, so to sub-program control. If I want to control the sub-program, I can write this code blocks to control that. In the sense, this time method will be continuously repeating. This continuously repeating is restricted to 4 times. This indicates this time method should execute only the four times, and in the time method we have a simple print statement, hey. Okay, these kind of code blocks can be used in the subprograms or in the methods to control the execution of the program. Okay, a block is clearly a form of a subprogram. It is nothing but, this code block is nothing but like another function. What we use a function in our programming language, same like we use the function here. The most common iterator is each, which is often used to go through array and apply a block to each element. Each is another iterator. We call this as times is one method which we are going to use in the code blocks. Similarly, we have one more iterators. We call that iterator as each. So here we can see in the example list dot each. We can see that list dot each. See, if you look at the example, a list is the array name. List is the array name. In the list, I have the 4 elements: 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 4 elements in my list. So what I need to do is I want to access each element individually. I want to access each element individually. So how I can use? See here, list dot each. Dot each is the keyword. Dot each is the keyword. List is the array name. When I call an array name with a dot each keyword, what this will do is it will access the each individual elements in the given array. Each individual elements in the given array. Here we can see the delimiter. That is the delimiter, the small straight line what you can see. So the delimiter here, it takes the value, puts value. It takes a value and puts value in the sense it reads the individual value. This delimiter indicates it is reading the individual value, and puts in the sense it is going to print the same value. Reading the value, printing the value, reading the value, printing the value. Each time it is going to make until the array is having the elements. So when I execute this, it will show you 2, 4, 6, 8. In the sense it is going to read each and individual elements. Okay, the same thing you can see for the names also. See here, like this also you can provide. Directly you can send an array. Okay, here it is, instead of giving an array name, we can mention that as an array itself. We can array itself, we can send for the dot each iterator. It will read each and every elements one by one, one by one, one by one, and it prints the values or the data what is there in the particular array. Like this, you can print the values. I will just show you that. See what I will do. I will create the list. List is equal to, I will create an array. Uh, list. I created the list. Now what I will do, I will access this list each element by element. What I should give is list dot each. List dot each of, inside that I want to mention the delimiter, the value, so the delimiter, puts value. Able to see the screen, students? Screen ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It is accessing the elements, each elements one by one in the array. What the arrays we have, each element is accessed. See here, array name and dot each operator. So open and close the flower brace. So within that we use the delimiter value and puts value. It is going to print the value. Like that you can print the, you can access the each element in the array. One more thing is array list2 is equal to, I can take some names. I have the 3 elements in my array. Now what I will do is I will access each element by using dot each of, use the flower base delimiter. Inside the delimiter we use name, and that is the list 1. Now I want to access list 2. Yes. In the list 2 I have the 3 names. All the 3 names are displayed here one by one. So here we can give any kind of variable name. See here, I can call it as a name or I can call it as a value. It is up to you. It is not mandatory. The only thing is what's the array you are going to mention. Here I mentioned the list is my array. Dot each is the keyword. And each, it is up to you what name you can give for the value. For each value, I can call it as a name or a value or a age or a marks, whatever. What the thing you are going to store in the array, you can give that name and display the same thing in the statement. Okay, this is how we use the code iterator or the common iterators, and that is how we can, that I will show you. You can directly pass an array. I will pass this. dot each. Directly I'm passing an array dot each. In the flower brace, I call it as initial. Whatever the name you want to call, you can call that. Puts initial delimiter. Puts initial initial close. Because what's the wrong here is I cannot. Not supposed to use the caps here. Supposed to use the caps in the names. So it should go with the smaller lower case. See here, if you are trying to give like a names, what I tried just now, you cannot give this as a uppercase. Maintain everything with the lower case only. While giving the values or giving the names, make sure that you are providing the lower case. Make sure that you are providing the lower case like this. You are going to provide the lower case. So it is going to display all the values. Like that, what you can give, you can print all the values. Either you can directly give the array or you can mention the array name. That is what I explained here. It is convenient to allow block to have parameters which is present appearing at the beginning of the block, delimited by vertical bars. We call this as a delimiter or a vertical bar, or we call it as an OR symbol. Like this, we can display each and every elements by making use of code iterators or code blocks, that is particularly each iterator. Okay. Using this knowledge, I store I store the highest temperature in the week in the particular array, like in the hashes. If in the hashes, if I have the temperature in the every week, highest temperature on the last week, if I mention that, how I can access that highest temperature on my code example. Like the question is, you can try an example like this. Display the highest temperature on the different weekdays. If the question comes like this, what's the thing, what I want to store in the array, that is the first question, and how to access those values from the array, that is the second question. So how we can make this? If the question comes like this, display the highest temperature on the different weekdays, what I should, who I want to fetch the answer, or how I want to write the program for this, what are the prerequisites what I need to have in this program. Just to guess what will be what the thing we need to store in the array, and how to access the array if the question comes like this. Just it's an open for you. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಅರೇನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ದೆನ್ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತ ಅರೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಅರೇನಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. Display the highest temperature on the different weekdays. For this question, what will be the answer, or how we start writing the program? ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಅರೇ ಯಾವ ತರ ಅರೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ನಾನು ಅರೇನೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ, ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ? ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ಅರೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? Anybody? How we can find a solution for this particular problem? Can anybody answer? ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಗೆಸ್. ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes, anybody? Question is very simple. ವೀಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಡೇಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಡೇಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ದ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೀಕ್. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆನ್ ಮಂಡೇ, ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆನ್ ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ, ವೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ಡೇ, ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ, ಫ್ರೈಡೇ, ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ. ಹೌ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್? ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Yes, anybody? How I can find a solution for this? Anybody can guess?
First, we should create empty hashes.
First, we should create empty hashes. Okay, good. Empty hashes create ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then what values you need to store on hashes? Before that, very simple question. Hash ಯಾಕೆ arrays ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ? Hashes ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
Key and value pair ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೀಕ್ ಎರಡು.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ?
Mansa sir.
Manasa. Okay, good Manasa. See, the answer is very clear. Manasa. I said Manasa only.
Sir.
Manasa, right? Okay. As Manasa said, the answer is appropriate answer, the correct answer, what she said. We need to make use of hashes because in the hashes we have the keys and the values. Here, in the keys, we store the weeks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. Like that, we store the values in the keys. And those weekdays will be my keys, and values, the temperature will become the values. Display other array ನಲ್ಲಿ information store ಆಯ್ತು. I want to fetch it back individual ಆಗಿ. The temperature was on Monday was this much. The temperature on Tuesday was this much. The temperature on Wednesday was this much. Like this. How I can access that? Anybody? Yes, anybody? ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಈಗ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಯ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀಸು ಇದೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸು ಇದೆ. ಕೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಂಡೇ, ಟ್ಯೂಸ್ಡೇ, ವೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ಡೇ, ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಆ ಥರ. ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಮಿನಿಟ್. Yes, coming back. Any solution? So hashes create agide. So once hashes create admele, I want to display the output. Like the temperature on Monday was 28 degrees. The temperature on Tuesday was 32 degrees. Like that, and display ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. How I can display? Hashes create ಆಯ್ತು. Now I want to display the value. We can see the answer here. Again, we make use of the each dot each itself. Look at here, highest temperature. We create an hashes like this. Monday 37, Tuesday 34, Wednesday 38. Right. Now what I want to make is I want to access each individually the both the day and the temperature. ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವೇನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅರೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಟೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇನಲ್ಲ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಿದ್ರು ನೀವು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, 2 4 6 8 ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಈಚ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೀಗ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಂಡೇ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ನಾನು ಕೀನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಒಂದ್ ಸೆಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಇದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೊಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎರಡೆರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ದ hashes dot each take day comma temperature. I will take two variables, day comma temperature. First ಬರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡೇಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್. ದೆನ್ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೇ, ಆನ್ ಮಂಡೇ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಈ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆನ್ ಮಂಡೇ ಹಿಯರ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು, ಮಂಡೇ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್, 37 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ಮಂಡೇ high temperature was 37. On Tuesday high temperature was 34. On Wednesday high temperature was 38. Like this we can access the two values from the hashes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು ನಮಗೆ, ಅರೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಒಂದು ಡಿಲಿಮಿಟರ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ಈಸಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅರೇಸ್ಗೆ. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡೆರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡೆರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೌ ಟು make that two values. Like I will take the example, I will do the here itself. IA1 is my hash. I will create my IA1. So what I will do, I will create the hashes now. Hashes na create ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, I will create the AJP Java you have. So for Java, you will score for 100. It is 86, comma. Next is AWP. For AWP, again it's 80. That's my confidence. I will take 90. And what's it you have? One more. AJP, AWP. Cyber security ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ನೋ ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಸ್. ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. Like this I create my hash. Now what I will do, a1 dot each, I want to display the values, each values. So I use delimiter. So inside the delimiter, subject comma marks, subject comma marks. So now I am going to display that, puts IA marks on of hash, subject name ಬರಬೇಕು. So hash we use again the flower brace, hash subject, and also subject is ಏನು ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಏನೇನು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈಚ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂತ ಕೀ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋ ಪುಟ್ಸ್ IA marks of ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, IA marks of AJP is ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, IA marks of AWP ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ enter. Yes. Double quotes. Now you can see IA marks of AJP is 86, IA marks of AYP is. So like this, we can display the hashes values individually. ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನ ತೆಗೆದು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, we are going to display those marks separately what we stored in the hashes. So hashes ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, we can display the values. So ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಈ ತರ ಇತ್ತು, IA1, AJP, AWP and CY. ಸೊ ಈಗೇನಾಯ್ತು, ಅದ್ರ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಅರೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅರೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ each elements na yav tara access ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We also call this as iterators. We also call it as code iterators, dot each iterator ಅಥವಾ code blocks ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು without using a function we can access all the programs, without using the loop we can access all the values. So values access ಮಾಡಿ display ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. This is how we access the array elements as well as hash elements. I hope you cleared with this. So hashes and create ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, then ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದೆನ್ ಡಿಲಿಮಿಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದೀನಿ, ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಶ್ ದಿಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬ್ರೇಸ್. ಈ ಡೇ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವೇನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, ಪುಟ್ಸ್ IA marks of subject and is marks. So ಈ ತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, we can display the values and keys of hashes by using the dot each iterator. ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದು dot each iterator ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ we have up to iterator. ಈಗೇನಿತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗೇನಿದೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ನಮಗೇನಿದೆ up to. It is going to print the values up to 8. You'll notice, you can see this example. See, it starts from 5 up to 8. And then again 5, 6, 7, 8. Just ಈ 4 values ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನಿಲ್ಲುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 5 ಇಂದ 8 ವರೆಗೂ ಬರಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪುಟ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಚ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗೇನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಪ್ ಟು ಇಟರೇಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, do we have any arrays here? Yes, ಇದೊಂದು ಅರೇ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅರೇ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನನಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನನಗೆ 2, 4, 6, 8 ಅಂತ ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು 10 ಇಂದ 20 ವರೆಗೂ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾನೇನ್ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ, 10 ಅಪ್ ಟು ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ 20 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಲಿ, 10 ಇಂದ 20 ವರೆಗೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ, just make use of the print statement. So writing the print statement, access this using the same like delimiter. ಈ ತರ delimiter ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, value, then ನೋಡಿ 10 ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It prints, it initialize from the 10 and it goes up to the 20. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ರೇಂಜ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರೋ ಆ ತರ ರೇಂಜ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಅಪ್ ಟು ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ the number of times it is going to be execution. 10 in the 20 ವರೆಗೂ, 10 in the 100 ವರೆಗೂ, 10 in the ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರಿ ಬೇಕು, 10 in the 15 ವರೆಗೂ, if I want only 5 times. Like that we can make use of up to iterator. ನೋಡಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಇಟರೇಟರ್ ಒಂದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಇಟರೇಟರ್ ಒಂದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಡಾಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಗೆ ಐದರ್ ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಶಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅರೇಸ್. ಅಪ್ ಟು ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅದು ರನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 8. From 5 to 8 it is going to print all the values. That is what the up to iterator method is used like times ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ up to ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, except that the last value of the counter is given as a parameter. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ we have one more iterator, we call it as step iterator. One more we have the step iterator. So it will do, it will make you to execute from one step, like one value ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ 2 minus 0 the value is 2, 4 minus 2 value is 2, 6 minus 4 value is 2. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಒನ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನನಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ದಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ಅಗೈನ್ 10 ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಪ್ ಟು, ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 20. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಯು ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ತಗೋತೀನಿ, ಅಗೈನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ and puts value. It is no difference, ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸೇಮ್ 10 to 20. ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ತರ ಬಂತು ಅಪ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್, ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ 10 to 20 ಬರಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಲಿ, 2 ಇರಲಿ. Now you can see 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. The difference is similarly. We can change the difference again 10, 13, 16, 19. Like this. We can make use of this step to give the different values from the range, initial range and the final range. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್, ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, by making use of it takes a terminal value and a step size as a parameter and generates the value from that of the object to which it is, and athara naven martivi, we make use of step iterator. You know what is a step iterator. Similarly, we have some more iterators like collect and opposite of the collect, not to collect. So collect ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, see I have the values, list dot collect value minus 5, list dot collect value is equal to value minus 5. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, value is equal to value minus 5, ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಹೋಲ್ ಅರೇ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಾನು 5 ಇಂದ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಿ ಅರೇ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅರೇ ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಗಿದೆ 5, 10, 15, 20 ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಂದ 5 ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, 5 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆತರ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸೇಮ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ is equal to value minus 5. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸಿ 5 minus 5 0, 10 minus 5 5, 15 minus 5 10, 20 minus 5 15. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ನನಗೆ each values it is going to be subtracted. I want to show you that. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಅರೇ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಈಗ, I have an array like list I have a list. So in the list, I have the values like 2, 4, 6, 0, 10. If I want to subtract the values now, what I will do, list dot collect, and here I make use of the flower brace. So inside the flower brace, I call the value, then value is equal to value plus 1. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬದಲು ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ನನ್ನ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನು, 2 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 2 + 1 3, 4 + 1 5, 6 + 1 7, 0 + 1 1, 10 + 1 11. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಈ ಥರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, this is what collect. So reverse of that, if I use exclamatory, what it is going to make is, so ನನಗೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ list dot collect value is equal to value minus 5. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it is not going to make any changes with the collect. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನು changes ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So I will show you that in the output. If I use exclamatory, then enter. It is not going to make anything for you. And reverse of that, I will give some values for that. Like I will make it as 3. See, now what happened? It is adding the 3 values. So in values values again it is going to make use of adding the 3 values. Like you can make use of either only the collect or collect with an exclamatory. Sometimes exclamatory can make it as the reverse of the values. These are the different iterators what we can see with the Ruby. So in the today class we discussed which are the iterators. The times iterator, number of times it is going to be executed, dot each, dot up to, dot step, and dot collect. So these are the 5 iterators we have. Iterator number 1 is times. How many times you want to execute, that many times the print statement is going to be displayed. That is what times. Times admele next one idu dot each, accessing each element from the arrays and the hashes. That is the each iterator. Dot each iterator, and the dot up to, it will give the range from 10 to 15. I want to display the values. It will print all the values from 10 to 15. That is dot up to. Similarly, we have step. It will also take a range from starting and ending range, and it will give the difference values. Madhya ಎಷ್ಟು step ಇರಲಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಿಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್. Dot collect, we can use the values and we can update those values. So ಅವನ್ನ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, list, step, up to. So these are the different iterators what we use in the Ruby. So in the next class, I will go with the pattern matching. It is very, very important. Again, same as we learnt in the PHP, like that here also we come across with the pattern. Okay, this we will discuss in the next class. Okay, any doubts till now? Whatever we discussed in the today's class, if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. You can ask me if you have the doubts or anything. You can ask me so that we can discuss on those concepts. And Raghu sir is waiting for you to join. So I will stop the session at any moment. You can ask me the doubt. You can message me or you can call me for any clarifications. Okay. Thank you, class. Thank you for